Hello there, got a new tent to try out. Got with me an inflatable tent today, and it's pretty much no brand off of AliExpress, and I believe it to be kind of somewhat of a copy of something called a Home Planet Cave, which is a tent I've looked at quite a lot. It's kind of a backpacking tent, a little heavy for backpacking, but for an inflatable it's extremely light, and this seems to be kind of a reinterpretation, let's say, of that kind of concept. Looks very sunny right now, doesn't it? It was raining up until this point today, and I think there's some more due first thing in the morning, so should be okay setting this up, no real rush. So the Home Planet one, I can't say that right, I think they're German, is something like £600, which is why I've kind of put off trying that one. This, I think, was about half that. I'll double check later, which, I don't know, is either a good thing or a bad thing, we shall see. Got the rain dripping out the trees still. Got a random ground sheet with me. I thought I'd grab it before leaving the house, because it's quite a big tent. We'll go over that in a bit. Right, so look at this thing. I don't know what weighs up. We've got the tubes and everything everywhere. There's valves here and there. Yeah, this is going to be one to figure out. Just kind of inflate it. There's probably more than one valve on the same system though. Yes, that was a bucket you saw in the intro. It'll all become clear later. So this is the pump. Got some adapters here as well, we'll see how that goes. So I thought this looked perfect, but it just doesn't go in the valve, so it has to be this tiny one because that's the next size down. Realised I'm an idiot before I started filming. It's the small valve there, isn't it? Whole thing was undone. That's better. Right, took my jacket off while I was inflating that, got a bit hot, but there it is. It didn't take too long. As long as you understand where the valves are and what's connected, I think it's okay. So let's have a closer look. So these are on all the corners at the bottom underneath the valve here, and I believe these must be separate chambers and this connecting them, and that's why it started to feel a bit harder from one of these valves and I moved to the others. That's my guess at least. We'll see tomorrow when we take it down. We yearn for mountains, yet transcend their heights, embracing life's absurdity, venturing into a vaster universe. In your name, we embark on an odyssey. Tactical camping equipment. So as I said, this was relatively unbranded, so maybe that's the brand, so I don't really know. Exploration celebrates the brave souls. I'm not reading all that. So we appear to have 3 vents, yep. So I'll get them open. And if you can see up the top there, it looks pretty flat, though there is a rain fly. So if it does rain, we'll see how that kind of holds up and what the deal is there. There's various cordage, I guess, holding these together where they need to be. And that's kind of that rain fly. Yeah, let's take a look. Wow, dark. Let's see, is this a door or a window? Interesting. Okay. Oh, we've got a mesh, Right, there's bags of room in here, as you can see from the size of it from the outside. It is quite dark, so if we're filming here I have to bring the light in, I think. But yeah, we've got a net that the mesh is attached to, and yeah, there's a couple of mesh panels as well, so that helps with ventilation. I think this will be pretty well ventilated. The last couple of tents I've used have had really bad condensation, but I've got high hopes for this. It's just if the seams at the top there hold, if it catches water, I guess. Floor seems pretty thick. Is there pockets? There is a couple of pockets. Nice. Even though there's the perfect spot in the middle there, there's nowhere to hang a lantern, which is weird. Literally just realised there's no pegs that come with this. There wasn't any in the bag at all. That's very strange. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Sometimes I have a couple in my pack. I don't think the wind is supposed to pick up till about midday tomorrow, so we'll just have to see how it goes, I guess. Well, we'll leave that with the tent for the moment and get everything else set up. I'm going to need to get some wood. I've got some stashed logs around here from last time, but I definitely need like longer, thinner bits for the type of fire that I'm doing. All will become clear. But yeah, I'm hopeful for this tent, to be honest. I quite like it. I believe the Haim Planet one is a lot lighter, or they do at least 2 different sizes. If you're watching like this video, maybe I can afford to buy the other one for a video, we'll see. It's a lot of money. I've got a fair amount of wood there, to be honest. I've needed them longer for what I'm doing today. I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, there's a few bits I need to chop down first. Bloody aeroplanes. It's half term here in the UK. So, I'm going to use my axe and one of these that I've cut. I'm going to take the bark off. I'm going to sharpen one end, put this into the ground, put a chicken on it, put the bucket over the chicken. That's why I've got a stainless steel bucket, so there's no fumes or anything from like galvanised metal. And yeah, cook the chicken. It would be like an oven basically. I've seen it done. I've seen it done with trash cans and turkeys mainly. I don't know if I've seen a chicken or not, but yeah, we'll give it a go, see how long it takes. I've got my wireless thermometer with me. Hopefully it will get a signal through the bucket, because they don't tend to with like cast iron, so this is a lot thinner. We'll see. So I'll sharpen this up, take the bark off with a knife, and get the chicken on it. I've got my VPS knife with me today, so I'm just going to take that outer bark off. This is quite old wood anyway, looking at it, but just get the worst of it off. The chicken's going to be getting to a safe temperature anyway, so the bacteria I'm not too worried about. So look who we have here. Got a small chicken. And what I need to do is, how do you truss this without, I forget now. Yeah, I think I put an incision here. I've done this in a long time. Put that through there, then this side, another incision, sound like a doctor. And put his other leg through there. Okay, that looks okay, and then we tuck in the wings, don't we? Okay, so that's not going to be flapping around now. And I think we do need to shorten our stick depending on how far into the ground it will go. Just rounding off the edges here, a bit of a bevel, just when I bang it into the ground it doesn't split. Let's get this stuck in here. Right, let's do a test fit here. Oh, it's quite a wide one. Oh, dear me. Okay, I think we're more or less there. I have to truss up the legs again. Time for me to oil her up. I can hear an owl. It's come out early. And we'll salt it up. Going pretty simple with the seasoning on this. Right, time to say goodbye to the chicken. There we go. Put a bit of a bed around the outside here. Right, this sure is weird and I don't know if it's even going to work, but get these fire lighters lit around the outside. I'm thinking I should have got more kindling, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a shot. Well, this sure is unusual, but yeah, just to get it going really now. Right, so it is kind of working, so now I just need to, my original idea was about kind of leaning things on the bucket. Right, the fire's going quite well on its own now, so I just need to set up the cook on the meter app, which is the thermometer I've put in there, which is a whole chicken to 75 degrees Celsius, start cook. And you have to be quite close for this to pick it up with that bucket over it, but it does get through. So yeah, just a waiting game now. It's going to be a hard thing to kind of check on as well. Well, one slight problem, I can't get the phone close enough because of the heat to pick up the probe. I'll try here and there, but I think it's going to be a guessing game. The last reading I got, it was 145 degrees ambient in there, because it's one of them dual sensored probes. So it might be playing it by ear. We'll see. First time for everything. Guess I should zip these up. I've got enough of a signal to get a warning that it was over temperature, so I'm moving everything back a bit. Going to be a hard fire to maintain this. Really hard to show you, but 258 degrees inside. Oh dear. Trust the process. That's down to a manageable temperature now, and the fire seems to be going okay. There's enough heat in the coals to keep it going that far out. I've set up my chair and it's time for a beer. Now, I used a Siren beer when I was in that camper van, that alien one. But I've got the Siren Juice Crush IPA, which sounds to me very nice. So I'm going to give it a go. And I think I deserve it. I haven't stopped since I got here. Oh, that's cheeky. That's really nice. Yes, that's up my alley. Citrusy. Yes. I haven't stopped since I got here. It's, you know, getting used to the nights drawing in. You have to leave earlier and earlier. I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. I didn't think this was going to take that long, and I kind of took my time getting out because I wasn't that prepared. Pheasants roosting. I've got a potato to bake. It's in foil, and for now I'm going to put it up there and keep rotating it, I think. I'm enjoying that. I've been managing the fire. Every time I get a connection, it's like 200 degrees. I move the fire outwards, it's 100 degrees. That's finagling it. But I did have a little sneak peek. I'm not going to show you yet, and it looked okay, so we'll carry on trusting the process. I'm hungry though. It's been a little while since I last spoke to you. Yeah, I've been managing this fire. It's turned from kind of a hexagonal fire to a square one, which is easier to manage with these lengths I've made. And I'm on a Don't Hold Back IPA by Siren, which is very nice as well. We are nearly there. I did have another sneaky peek, and I've got the temperature, and we're pretty much there. Like the app says it's resting, so I'm going to take it out because I ended up having to put the thermometer in the breast, not in the fire, because too much of it was sticking out, because you've got 2 zone temperatures, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I'll get it out shortly, rest it for a bit, and finally eat. Right, I think it's time to take this off according to the temperatures. Oh, here's the reveal. Oh, that looks pretty amazing. I'm tempted to leave that for a second just to finish browning off, but it looks great. I can't say that word. Would you look at that? That looks juicy. Right, yeah, I'm going to get that off and rest it. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh. I think I'm just going to burn the pole in place like this, as we've got so much heat there. She looks good. I'm going to take the thermometer out and rest it for a minute. Okay, so just heard a noise, turned round and this happened. We've lost some air. I don't know if the valves are not tight enough, or maybe something's come off the fire, a spark. I'll have to re-inflate it. I think I'll just eat my chicken and then re-inflate it and see what's what. Well, here we are. I'm going to have a quick look in here. It's been on a little while and the temperature's meant... Oh, I was hoping it would be like that, kind of like a rotisserie chicken where it's just hella juicy. Oh, that is good. That is so good. Right, I'm just going to joint this up. Oh, what I need to do, you probably can't see, I've got a potato here, which is a hot potato. I need to get that mashed up a bit. I've got some butter here, so get that on there. And what the hell, got some cheese as well. So we'll cheese that up a bit, and that can be on our side. Ooh yeah. Been waiting a while, but it looks so good and tastes good. The potato, I've got to try it. That butter's melting now, as is the cheese. Cooked through. Whole chicken. It is a small chicken, and I didn't really have lunch, so I think I deserve it. It's damn good. This worked well. I think you could do this without the thermometer. Thermometer always helps. Yep. Damn, that was good. You probably won't hear it, but I can hear fireworks in the distance. We're getting to that time here in the UK of firework night. Put some wood on the fire, and you probably saw that I did pump up the tent. I'm not sure what's caused that. There's not really been any sparks, and any wind is going that direction, so we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, and may have to pump it up in the middle of the night. We'll see. Chicken was lovely and juicy. Potato was cooked through with the butter. Perfect meal, really. Lovely. Definitely chilled down the last hour or so. Had the coat and hat on. Should probably take off now as I'm going to bed. Yeah, it was a lovely evening. Had a bit of a sunset after the rainy day that there was, and full moon coming up. It was beautiful, really bright. And yeah, just been chilling out by the fire, really. So yeah, try this tent out. I did feel it before getting in, and it felt a little squidgy, so I put some air into it. So maybe this thing will collapse. I think almost definitely this thing's going to collapse a bit in the night. There is rain due in the morning, but not super early, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've actually left the pump outside of the tent. I also have my electric pump, battery powered one, so I may have to get up in the night. We shall see. Well, I don't know if you can see, we've had a bit of a collapse. I did just happen to wake up, I had a look, and this happened, so yeah, we have to get out and pump it up again. Happened again. The wind's picked up. It's going to keep picking up, I think, for the next couple of hours. Not got the rain yet though, which is nice. Maybe I'd have put this tent away dry. Sorry, just looking at the trees swaying. How did my night go? Well, you probably saw. I had to get up twice in the end. Once was about 4ish, I think, and then again about 6:30. So that time didn't last very long, did it? It's getting shorter every time I inflated, I think. I've had a look around. It's definitely not from the fire. The fire is pretty far from the tent. The wind was literally going the opposite direction, so even if there was sparks, which there really wasn't with this wood, they'd go the other way. Yeah, it's crap, I guess. Yeah, when I do these silly tent videos, I usually, chalk it up to experience, or, is what it is. But this one, I'm going to actually request a refund because it was not cheap, and I waited a long time for it. And maybe I can put that money towards the real version, and we can take that out and see how that does. I'm going to put my jacket on. It's warm. I'm going to put my jacket on. It's cold. It's the fire lit. I might just pile on all that wood, get it to burn quick and fast and hot, and get some coals to cook on. Yeah, it's a bit of a race against the rain. Am I that bothered if it rains, especially if this tent doesn't work anyway? Do I need to dry it? They rarely ask for you to actually return it to China. We'll see. Just relax and whatever will be, will be. It's getting pretty windy, so I'm going to start prepping a few things so I can pack away quick after breakfast. Some okay coals there now, so I'll just drag some out as I don't have a grill with me. We'll just get the pan straight on them. So this is a sausage patty. It literally just collapsed. I knew it was going to, I could see it was starting to sag. Shame it didn't get on camera. I mean, it could be any of these connections or anything, but clearly it just doesn't work. Jesus, it's getting blowy. Okay, that's nearly done. Get the egg ready. Oh, just for that last bit of oil, I'll toast the buns, or muffin. Flip my muffin. Looking good. And I may as well cheese it up now. Okay, on with the patty. And I think some ketchup. And then my egg, which I turned. And I think we're golden. Well, here it is. It does look good, but the yolk is already leaking out. Man, that's hot. Oh, that's good though. Better than McDonald's. Well, for what it's worth, I suppose I should undo the valves and let the rest of the air out of this. That's as good as I can get that. I've used the straps as I couldn't get the zip done. I might actually get it done now. Nah, it's not going to in the middle. Alright, that's me all done. Got my giant tent and my bucket. I'm going to get out of here, so I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.